Porch pirates, one of the lowest and most disappointing criminals on the spectrum. Like, I get it, some people gotta resort to some unlawful acts to survive, but explain to me how a $10 t-shirt from Temu or a 36V 1000 watt brushed motor helps you accomplish that. You can literally make more working part-time at McDonald's. Imagine you ordered a princess castle for your daughter. It already arrives 2 weeks late, and after you came home, you see Jerome snatched it from your doorstep on the Ring camera, just to sell it for $5 and 2 eggs on Facebook Marketplace. Luckily, some people have already retaliated against this low IQ species, the most well known being the one and only Mark Rober, of course. But lately, I've been seeing a lot of these AI clips showing up of gender reveal-ish package bombs, and I thought to myself, I can do that too. So after about 2 minutes, I had my own clips. Is what I would say if I was a boring prompt engineering YouTuber. Of course I'm gonna turn this dumb idea into reality. It's literally the slogan of my channel. Now, the first thing I have to do is actually creating a real mechanism, since I wanna be using real clips. I need something to propel the colorful flower outwards and into the Thieves' visage. First, I wanted to use a basketball, but it's just way too big and the burst of air is always in a random direction and not spread evenly. The second thing I could use is a big firecracker, but I want the thief to lose his aura, not his fingers. However, while I was in the shower, I got a simple yet amazing idea. I'm just gonna use my old reliable air cannon again. So I filled it up with flour like one of those flintlock pistols and tested it to see if it could go through cardboard. The answer was an obvious yes. My plan for the bait package was to use a box of something really expensive like a MacBook, PS5 or a gallon of diesel, but with a small tear or gap revealing the box inside. First, I modified the air cannon to make it a bit more compact together with a remote trigger. Then I found a box with the exact same width as a PS5 box. I did some modeling and 3D printing to make it fit perfectly, and the mechanism is already done. Now, I know what you're thinking. I wanna do this too, but I don't have the materials or a 3D printer. Shh. What if I told you? You don't need any of that stuff. Because my sponsor Justway has everything you need for your own DIY projects. Justway is one of the largest online 3D manufacturing services in the world, with more options and different materials to choose from than e-scooters getting stolen in my city. From plastic to flexible TPU to aluminum, all you have to do is upload your 3D model, choose the material, color and finish, and Justway takes care of the rest. I put the materials and 3D models in my description, so if you want to try this out yourself, you can. The first 20 people that use my coupon code Robstick at Justway-10 get a $10 discount on orders above $30. Go to the link in my description to check them out, and a big thanks to Justway for sponsoring me. One of my friends blessed me with a PS5 box. It didn't fit, but that problem was fixed pretty easily. Then I bought some craft paper, folded the top inwards to make it easier for the flower to shoot through. Then I covered it in craft paper, added some finishing touches, and our bait package is ready for the first test. The first place I went to was of course the center of my city, aka the thief spawn point. After some preparation and setting up the package, some people were already pretty interested and they seemed to orbit around the package until the police passed by.
Hello.
But not even 10 minutes later, this guy waited patiently until no one was looking. Unfortunately I missed his face, but the left side of his jacket was pretty white. Now, upgrade time. I made the barrel a bit wider for a more spread out shot instead of shooting 10 feet in the air in a straight line. I upgraded the battery since the previous one was already empty. I put some extra weight in the box to make it more realistic for smartasses like this guy. And last but not least, I bought some colored powder to brighten up their mood. I bought a little body cam, and after setting up the cameras and waiting for about 45 minutes, the first contender already arrived. If he had his eyes open, that must have stung badly. And by the looks of it, he did. But there was one problem. Because the powder is more spread out, it has way less power to punch through the craft paper. So after sweeping the sidewalk and preparing the package again, I put some more pressure inside. Not even half an hour later, the second contender showed up. But this one was even weaker. Like, come on, bro. I wanna turn them pink. When I arrived home, the problem became a lot more clear. Gender reveal gone wrong. Most of the powder is falling back in because I don't have enough air volume in the small tank. So after cleaning the whole entire thing and repackaging the box, I decided to use the first barrel again for now. 10k likes and I'll make a completely different, way more powerful mechanism in the second part. I waited an entire Saturday evening until 12 AM, but nothing happened except for these guys being sussed out. And I had this feeling I had a higher chance of success during the day. I'm feeling a bit green today. Turns out I was right.
We gaan het echt sporten. We gaan echt. Ik heb de helft van de winkel weg.
What?
In Griekenland zijn er ook camera's. Ik heb ze weg. Alle twee hebben 500 waarde elk keer. En kom aan.
Oh my god, bro. I'm so f***ing mad. I waited like 1 hour and 20 minutes and the mechanism went off, but it didn't go through the f***ing paper. I put way too much time in these videos, man. His glasses and jacket were a little green, but it still didn't even come close to the power of the first one. And then I suddenly discovered why. Guys, I think I found the reason the explosive wasn't so explosive. The reason the first explosion was way better than the last one is because the first one had a crumbled ball of toilet paper on the bottom and the last one just had some tape. The thing with the crumbled ball is that if it's inside, it pushes the powder out, but the tape just bursts here and the powder just gets launched everywhere in the box and doesn't really have the sharp power to go through. You get it? After my eureka moment, I was wondering if I'd end the video here, but I'm not stopping until I got a clean headshot. And believe me, the best part of the video is still coming. Good luck getting that off your jacket, bro. Since the previous one turned into Patrick Star, the next one is gonna turn into SpongeBob. And it didn't take too long. After being on the phone for 2 more minutes, his greed took over. And I finally got the headshot I was looking for. I wish I could show his real face, but this is literally how he looked like. Bro received the full load right in his face and instantly turned into a bee. I had some work cleaning up, but I still had about an hour before it turned dark. What the fuck? His face was just fully covered.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
His back was a little blue, but that was nothing compared to the previous dude. A big thanks for 100k by the way. I will be dropping the 100k special in a few weeks. 10k likes and I'll make a second part with a better mechanism. If you want to make this yourself, check the link in the description for the files and materials. And if you don't have a 3D printer, check out my sponsor Justway. Join my Discord server or follow me on Instagram and see ya!